How to get a head start on the new year. And let's dive right in. If you're like me, you hate New Year's resolutions because no one ever sticks to them. No one ever actually does them for a long period of time. So let's actually figure out how to make life better. Here we go. Let's get right into it. So don't attach a day or any kind of date to your goals, your habits, or building a better life. Okay, because when you start this process, you don't want to set it in place because of a certain day of the month, like the first of the new year, 1/1/24. No, because why aren't you doing it today? That's the real question, right? If you have a need to have improvement in your life, and I would argue everyone does, some more than others, then why are you waiting for some event to occur before you can actually kick it into gear and start executing on whatever it is you need to execute on? To me, that's just, you're pushing off the inevitable to some degree there, or you're just pushing off doing the work. Don't wait for the new year to come around to start actually working on your goals and building new habits. Just start as soon as possible. And as soon as possible for each of us might take a little bit, which goes directly into number 2. Actually take some time to figure out what habits or goals will lead to that improved life for you. Think about this big scale, okay? What do you want your life to look like in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years, okay? Really look at the big picture there. Once you've established what you want that future you to look like, then sit down and be real with yourself and figure out what can I actually do to start progressing to that point for myself, for future me. Again, be real with yourself. Don't set expectations or goals that are way too lofty, okay? I'm 25, okay? Say I write down, I want to be an NBA player. Bro, that's not going to happen, okay? But you can focus on things that are attainable through hard work, through some effort, maybe through a little bit of luck, but they are workable, okay? So be real with yourself and set those expectations and make sure that the steps you take, you can actually achieve for them in the long term. Remember, this is long-term work, okay? Now, once you've actually established those habits, those goals that lead to the improved life, write them down, and write them down however you want, whether that's on paper, some kind of notepad, or whether that's on your phone or computer. But write it down on something that you are going to see regularly, and make an effort to see it regularly, okay? So if it's in your notes, maybe pin it and put it as the top note and click on it. Try to click on it every day and see, okay, these are the goals I wrote down. Why did I write them down? Because I want life to be better for me in the long run. I want to eventually look back and go, wow, I'm proud of myself for actually putting in the work because now life is pretty good, right? And if you're at a stage in life where life is pretty good, that's great. I'm really happy for you. I'm sure, like everyone else, it can improve more. So that's the point. We want to work towards the best possible outcome for ourselves. Future self wants to look as good as future self can, okay? So that's the goal here. So write them down and be deliberate with looking at it and establishing it like in your mind regularly. These are the goals and this is why, okay? And keep that at the forefront because it leads directly into 4, which is remember on the bad days why you wrote those habits down, because I truly feel that those are the days that everything kind of collapses. You have one bad day, and whether that's because life sucked and something bad happened, or whether that's just because you feel off. I think we think of ourselves too much as objects of or machines is a better word. We think of ourselves as machines. We can do A, B, and C, and we can do A, B, and C nonstop. You can with the right amount of discipline, but everyone has bad days, and everybody's going to have days where they feel like they just can't do anything right, or they feel like no matter what they do, it doesn't matter in the long run. Everyone has those days, the best of people have those days. You have to be able to zoom out and go, okay, man, I'm having a bad day. I could just completely collapse. For myself, let's say I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I'm just going to play video games all day. I'm going to scroll on YouTube and just be entertained all day. That's all I'm going to do. What good is that going to do for me? Think about it. Zoom out. I'll have wasted the day doing nothing. I probably won't feel better. I mean, whenever I've had those days, I've never looked back and gone, that was a day I needed. I really needed to rest and watch YouTube and play video games all day. Granted, there are some times where you need to slow down a bit and take some time to de-stress from life. Realistically, though, wasting an entire day, it's not actual rest and relaxation. It's not actual recovery from the stress of life. It's more just you're tapping out for the day and you don't even come back feeling better. Usually in my case, I can speak, I usually come back feeling worse because I'm like, I didn't do anything productive that day. So remember on those bad days, remember why you're doing this, okay? And this is why I make the list for myself of the habits. And on the bad days, I only do those things, okay? If nothing else happens that day and I did those things, I got those habits done, I got the goals done because there was a reason to do those things each and every day or on certain days of the week, however you structure your plan. Keeping the plan written down in the forefront of your mind, whether through the constant reminder to yourself, is going to help you get through that bad day. Maybe it's a bad week, and you'll be able to look back and go, I actually was able to get through all the rough spots and I was able to execute on the things that I said I was going to do. Because there's a reason you said that. You wrote those goals, you wrote those habits down. You did that. And so if you're going to do that, don't shortchange yourself down the road and be like, oh man, what was I thinking? I'm not going to do that. Be strong, man. Focus on the long term of why you're doing these things. We get so caught up in life and everything's right here, everything's short term. We can't do that. We have to stay open to the big picture of life, okay? If we have the big picture and we keep it at the forefront, for myself, I've noticed it helps, and I really think it's going to help other people, hopefully yourself, to execute on whatever your improved life will look like. That's all I got for you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and holidays are here. Christmas is right around the corner. I hope everyone has a good Christmas and a good New Year. Start these tasks today. Don't wait for the New Year. And if anybody's in a bad spot in life where maybe you don't have friends, maybe you don't have family, or just life beat you down in 2023, I do have my email attached here. Feel free to reach out to me. I don't know how much help I can be, but no one should be alone and no one should feel like crap over the holidays. So if you're in a tough spot, reach out to me if you want. And I'd love to interact with you. That's all I got for you guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you later. Bye.